Hi, Julia Dean here with Culinary Works, and I wanted to provide you guys with a recipe and kind of a whole kind of menu set of like something that I would cook like during the week that's relatively quick for my son Grifffin. Grifffin, welcome to my little show here. Took a little bit of convincing to get him on here, but not too much. So anyway, so what do we make a lot, Grifffin? The what for you?
Beer can chicken.
The beer can chicken, which I need to grab that. It's right here. Okay. So the beer can chicken. And you can find this at like most grocery stores. They just kind of private label it. Like I found this at, I don't know, another grocery store outside of town. And I get this at my local ShopRite. And it's a beer can chicken seasoning rub. And you made this on your own, right? Yeah. And a lot of times we cook what? What are these here? The tenders, right?
Yeah, chicken tenders.
Yeah, the chicken tenders. Because it's fresh chicken. You know, he's obviously much older now, so we've thankfully, you know, kind of gone away from the, you know, kind of breaded chicken tenders in that sense of the, you know, manufactured ones. But in any case, what I want to show you a little bit about the tenders here is sometimes what people get a little bit confused with is this little kind of extra piece that kind of hangs down sometimes. This, basically it's, you know, just part of the tenderloin. So I just typically cut it off. So I just do right like that and cut it off. The rest of it, I don't mess with, we just leave it just like that. So what we're going to do, Grifffin, I'm going to have you start to season it. We're going to go with a little bit of the, we're going to use avocado oil in this because we don't want a high heat oil. So you're going to go with a little bit of oil here, Griff, right? Just a little bit on the chicken. And then you're going to go ahead and add the seasoning. Another thing that we typically do for this, that's great, perfect, that's enough, is, so this whole menu basically is going to be the chicken tenders with the beer can chicken, a really well seasoned pasta, and arugula, what do we do? Arugula and
Spinach.
arugula spinach, and sometimes we add in the
Avocado.
yeah, so this time we're gonna go with the avocado. So arugula spinach and avocado salad. Okay, so I'm gonna have you mix this up. You can use the tongs if you want here, right? Mix it up a little bit, mix oil in there. I'm gonna season it with a little bit of salt. The beer can does have a little bit of salt in it, so we don't really need a lot of salt there. And then you can go ahead and start to add the seasoning, Griff. In the meantime, the water's boiling behind me, so I'm going to go ahead and add about a half a box of pasta. This kid can put down some pasta, that is for sure. Okay, so that's about a half a box. We are going to add a little bit of salt to the pasta water. Okay, and let that cook. All right, so let's go ahead and add your seasoning there. Let's get rid of that. And you're gonna go with a fair amount, right? I've actually put this same rub on swordfish. Didn't we do that the one time, right? I think on Nantucket we did swordfish, right? It was really good. All right, so mix it together. Yeah, mix it again. We have our pan heating up over here. So it's gonna mix it up a little bit more. And then we're gonna add a little bit more seasoning once it kind of gets it a little bit more combined here, so you can kind of see, like we're pretty generous with the seasoning there. Yeah, you can. It's easier. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. Yeah, he's good. He said he just asked me. He's like, "Can I use my hands?" Which is fine. Absolutely. I always tell people is there's no problem with using your hands in the kitchen. I'll grab the rub for you and add a little bit more. Don't be afraid to use your hands. That's a good job. All right, that's looking pretty good, right? What do you think?
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yep.
Okay. All right, you go rinse off your hands, and then I'm going to go ahead and start to put it on our little skillet here. Okay, go ahead and rinse off. The pasta is cooking in the back, so we're good there. The skillet here is preheated till about like medium-high heat. You could go ahead and season directly in the pan, but I really prefer to season the chicken itself. Even if these were breasts, I kind of like just to season the item itself directly. All right, so Griff's gonna come back, and you're gonna go ahead and start to put the chicken on the pan. So what are some of the things that I've taught you about when you add the chicken to your pan and like, you know, kind of the whole...
Space it out.
Right, exactly. Space it out, because if you add too much to your pan at once, then the chicken's not going to, it's going to steam and it's not going to brown properly. So same idea too, if you were, you know, putting this on a grill outside, we've done this on the grill too, right? Actually on our inside grill too. So we have like an interior grill that we use as well at home. So you can really do it either way. But again, the same thing, especially with the grill, you want to make sure that you season your chicken directly. And you've used these, sometimes you put them on sandwiches.
Yeah.
Right?
Chicken sandwich.
Yeah. We're also going to make your sauce. Your Grifffin special sauce. Okay, so let's take a look there. So you can maybe fit one more on there. Yeah. We'll go with one more. All right, perfect. Okay, so this way that they're nicely spread out like this, they're gonna brown better this way. If you had them too crowded, like we wouldn't be able to fit, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. We wouldn't be able to fit 5 on here. If we put 5 on here, it wouldn't brown as well. And so when we talk about turning it, what do we say?
When the bottom of the chicken it turns white, that's when you know it's ready to be flipped onto the other side.
Right, exactly. Yep, exactly. So we're gonna look around here, we're gonna start to see lots of white, lots of white, lots of white, and that's when you know it's ready to be turned. You don't want to, you know, flip and flip and flip and flip. You want to just kind of let it settle. Let it settle here. It'll get white around the edges, and then you'll go ahead and flip. So we'll be right back. We'll show you how we're doing in a minute. Okay, I'm getting yelled at here. Mom, Mama. Okay, so let's take a look at the chicken here. You can see how white it is around the edges, okay? Go ahead and flip it, Chris. All right, that's what you're looking for. It's nice and white around the edge. Release from the pan here. We'll turn the heat down a little bit. It's getting a little hot. A little smoky in here. Good, looks good. And if for some reason your pan seems a little bit dry, like don't hesitate to add a little bit more oil, which I'm going to do right now. It seems a little dry. Okay. Remember, like these chicken, the chicken is pretty much fat-free, okay? All right, so we're going to let these keep going. Looks good. Give it a couple more minutes. In the meantime, we're just going to start your sauce, honey. So what do you call your sauce?
It's my special sauce. It's sriracha mayo.
Right? Sometimes I sneak in a little bit of lime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm just going to do here is we're going to go with some regular just prepared mayonnaise. And then he's going to add his sriracha. Sometimes we do, like you like the lime in there sometimes? Yeah, I mean just add a little bit of tanginess. And then what do you put that? That's good. And I'll take that. Here, you can put your hands right here. Alright. And then what do you put that on, Griff? Your sauce?
Tacos, my chicken, everything.
A lot, right? There you go. Lift it open. There you go. A little bit more, right? No? Yeah. Alright, so show them on the camera so they can see. Let me get a good sense there. Yeah, nice. Yep, yeah, go whisk it up. Yep, whisk it up. And then pretty much you taste it, right? I think that looks like about the right, I mean, you know, because it's kind of however much you want. That's good. You want a little bit more. Chicken's looking good. I think we can go ahead and, you want to taste it? Just use your pinky.
Need a little more sauce.
A little more. Let me get a plate for the chicken. Okay. So I'm going to remove some of these chicken pieces here. I think they're done. We're going to go ahead and add the rest. So I mean, I would say about, 7-8 minutes on the chicken. It all depends on, how hot your grill is or whatever else. And then we'll begin. Can you check the pasta behind Griff? All right, so we added the rest of the chicken here. There's enough oil in the pan. Like I told you, if it seems really dry, you need to add more oil, okay? Don't hesitate because remember the chicken is pretty much fat-free, so there is no oil in it, right? So you definitely need that little bit of oil to kind of almost like fry it a little bit. All right, so get rid of that. Your sauce is done. You're good there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Take this. Put the sauce there.
2 more minutes on the pasta.
Okay, 2 more minutes on the pasta. All right, so in the meantime, I'm going to have you chop some of the, we're going to get ready for the salad. We're going to show you how we're going to chop some of the greens and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. We drained the pasta. So it really doesn't, you like any kind of pasta, really. I mean, yeah, you're pretty flexible. So this is just rotini pasta. We drained it. I left a little bit of pasta water in there. Just, quick drain, put it back in. And then, what was it, when you were on Knowles, like, they were making fun of you, or something was like, you add stuff to your pasta?
No, I added butter, and they questioned me, like, why do you add butter to your pasta?
Right? You were like, are you kidding?
Yeah.
So typically at home, we do butter and olive oil. So And actually we season it pretty generously because, I mean, you want it to taste good, and you know, the extra virgin olive oil is good for you, it's healthy for you, lots of antioxidants. So this is the olive oil here. This is about a half a box of pasta, right? I'm gonna go with some butter, right, Griff? You got the butter. I'm gonna flip some more chicken here. No, probably like a good, you know, like a good chunk, right? Yep. And then pretty generous on the salt, right? Typically are. Yeah, that's good. Awesome. I'll give you a spoon. Got a wooden spoon here. Good. Okay, so we got a wooden spoon there. All right, so we're gonna add our wooden spoon. Give it a mix, and I'll have you taste it. You have to taste it, right? We have to know whether or not it tastes good. All right, what do you think? What about pepper? Sometimes we do pepper, right? All right, there you go. Good enough?
Tastes good, yeah.
All right, good. So that was just, again, so just really quick and simple. You know, don't make your pasta plain. Like, just, we did olive oil, butter, salt, and pepper. Okay, well, we didn't do pepper, we can add a little bit. All right? Yeah, just a little. Okay, so we're going to put this aside for now. We're going to start with the salad. You're dying to get in there, right? Okay. All right, so now we're going to go arugula spinach. Okay, so remember what I told you. So we're going to go and do just a rough chop here. Because, I mean, if you look at this, right, it's like, oh, okay, here's a spinach salad. Like, those are big leaves. So that's kind of a lot for, like, a kid to put in their mouth. And, like, it just is not as appealing. So we can do a little bit less because we don't really have some of the bowl. It's just not, I don't think, quite as appealing. So go ahead and give that a rough chop. So he's going to rough chop that. And then that way it just makes it, yep, a little bit smaller, like for when they put it in their mouth. One more time, you think that's good?
Yeah, one more.
Yeah, one more through, right, through the middle. And then we're going to do the same thing with the arugula. Yep, perfect. Awesome, okay. Let's do the same with the arugula. That's good. And this is a nice combination because I like the pepperiness of the arugula is so delicious. Yep, great. So forward and down, forward and down. I think our chicken is done here. We can turn this off. That's good, Griff. Sometimes we could even turn that, if there's leftover chicken, we can turn that into some chicken tacos, right? All right, great, awesome. So we're going to season up the salad here. It looks good. See how that's nicely chopped? You kind of get a good sense of that, right? What about your avocado? You want to add that? Right? Put that in there.
All of it?
Whatever, however much you want, right? Okay, so, all right, good. So we got our avocado. I'm gonna kind of mix this up here, right? So typically, like, especially when my kids were little, my older son Mac was not a huge fan of salads, and what I found out about the salads was that really, and he didn't like the acidity, he didn't like the vinegar, he didn't like the lemon. So if your kids are tough to salads, what I recommend is just do minimal amounts of acidity, right? So whether it's vinegar or whether it's lemon, so just do a little bit. So we're gonna go with a little bit of salt. We did the pepper. We're gonna go with some extra virgin olive oil. All right. And sometimes you complain, right? Can we just do a different dressing? But this is really what I do. So just a teeny bit of lemon, just a little bit. A teeny tiny bit of honey. Yep, that's it. Just a little bit. All right, it looks good. All right, so we're gonna give that a taste. We're gonna plate it up and give you a look. Okay, so we plated it up. So let's just kind of review what we have here, right? So we have your, what do you call your chicken?
Beer can chicken.
Beer can chicken, right? With the
My sauce.
And special sauce.
Mayo and sriracha.
Yep. The go-to salad, just spinach and arugula. You know, lots of good vitamins and then minerals in that one. The avocado in there for extra antioxidants and that, you know, really healthy fat. And then the pasta. I mean, he's a growing boy. I mean, I have no problem with, you know, good healthy dish of pasta with olive oil, butter, and then, right, and some salt.
Pepper.
And salt. Sometimes you do Parmesan, but not really, right?
Mhm.
Usually we just kind of go with the
Depends.
plain. All right, why don't you give it a try? Looks good. Oh, that was salad. And do you like how it's chopped like that? The salad?
Yeah, it's easier to eat.
You find it easier to eat? Yeah, I mean, just like, you know, with kids putting these big pieces of greens in their mouth, it's just a little difficult sometimes. So, you know, chop it up a little bit.
Sounds good.
Yeah, good. Enough salt and pepper on the pasta? Oh, right. Spoon. He eats his pasta with a spoon. I always kind of laugh. Think you can make this on your own, or some other kids can make this on their own?
Eh.
Right? I mean, just the beer can chicken. I mean, they can find that. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's pretty easy. Pasta's good, yeah.
and what do you think the really important thing that you learned about when you make the chicken up by yourself? What's the important thing?
Space it out.
Yeah,
Keep the pan nice and
nice and hot.
hot, yeah.
And then the
If
last.
it's too dry, add some oil.
Yeah, good. And then flipping, right? You only flip right
One
when,
time.
right. You try to only flip once, but right when you're seeing, you know, white around the edges.
Uh-huh.
So, and the tenders, right? I mean, it's so tender, isn't it? Like, I mean, it makes
That's
a
good.
difference. Yeah, it's good. All right, well, thanks, Griff, for joining me today. And we'll talk to you guys soon.